Thank you folks for tuning in. I'm student meteorologist Dylan Leith here with your before July 4th forecast. I'm here on July 3rd and we're not going to have a show tomorrow, so tune in for your July 4th forecast and much more. But looking at the satellite and radar, we do have a severe thunderstorm warning east of Panama City right now, expected to expire at 6:30 p.m. So you do see those strong storms firing up, and you do see some storms south of I-10 corridor and west of Tallahassee. Those are expected to go down as the evening goes through, and we see cooling down to 72 degrees by tonight, but there is still a possibility of a shower or two. Nothing to rule out. You can see some little rain, but there is going to be some calm winds unless you're under a shower or two. Nothing too severe. For your 3-day forecast, if you're looking at your 4th of July forecast, not a great one, 60% chance of rain. Still have some time to go out and enjoy the heat and festivities, but as we look on later in the show, we're going to see the above average rain chances coming up in our forecast. Summertime patterns will continue later on in the week, and then we'll have your more in-depth look at your July 4th forecast. Here's Michael.
Thanks, Dylan. Let's take a look at our FSU weather system cam, the time lapse. You can see how these clouds are filtering in from the east as we head out throughout the day. This is mainly due to the daytime heating, and you can see we had more sunshine today. As a result, we were much hotter today. Right now we're at 94 degrees, mostly cloudy skies at the airport. We officially got up to 96 degrees today, and you can see the east wind at 11 miles per hour. Much warmer across the Big Bend region today with 94 right now in Tallahassee, 95 in Bainbridge, 86 in Apalachicola with the sea breeze and the winds coming off the Gulf. The dew points haven't really changed that much with the more sunshine. 70 degrees here in Tallahassee is a dew point, 73 in Quincy, and 78 in Apalachicola. So very muggy, very gross outside. When you combine those two, you have pretty oppressive heat indexes, 100 in Tallahassee and 100 in Quincy, as well as in Bainbridge, and 97 in Thomasville. Now, satellite and radar shows you that severe thunderstorm warning right now just east of Panama City. A lot of these shower activity is due to the sea breeze and daytime heating today, unlike the last few days from that low pressure system out now in Louisiana. We're basically in between two low pressure systems, the one in Louisiana as well as the one right now in the Atlantic. You can see that little spin right there. That is going to move into our region tomorrow, and that will enhance our shower activity for the 4th of July. So be prepared to put your plans indoors if one of those showers do pop up on you. The RPM forecast shows you how the shower activity dies in the nighttime hours, and then as we head into tomorrow afternoon, you can see a lot of that shower activity due to that second low pressure system in the Atlantic. So expect more showers than we had today. As a result, the temperatures will be slightly cooler. For tonight, 72 degrees will be our low. Very muggy, very gross, very summer-like outside. And then for your 4th of July forecast for tomorrow, it is going to be pretty warm, 88 degrees, but not as warm as today. Some afternoon thunderstorms, a 60% chance of afternoon thunderstorms. But as we head into the nighttime hours, those thunderstorms will die off, some lingering at around sunset. So just be prepared if you have your fireworks celebrations, but we're expecting less activity in the evening hours. Now for your 7-day forecast, the 60% chance of rain on your 4th of July due to that low pressure system in the Atlantic. And then as we head into the later part of the week, Friday is looking as the least rain chances with a 40% chance of rain, so we go back into the 90s. But then as we head into the weekend, we do see an enhancement of the showers and thunderstorms from a cold front approaching from the north, so a 60% chance on the weekend. For now, let's send off to Colby with the southeast.
Well, looking at the southeast, it's a busy one out there. And we'll zoom on in there. 94 degrees here in Tallahassee. Things much warmer out west. 101 there in Dallas. 95 in Houston is absolute scorcher. You can see where that low pressure system is. 81 sitting there in New Orleans. They've had a lot more rain cool there. Places like New Orleans and then up into Shreveport and Little Rock as well. A lot of moisture we're dealing with. That low pressure system really kicking up the moisture into the southeast. Look at the 80-degree dew point there in Corpus Christi. That is oppressive moisture coming up. 78 there in New Orleans. Actually drops down to 70 there in Tallahassee, but still the icky, sticky effect is on across the southeast. And it's contributing to those heat index values. 103 right now in Houston is that heat index. 108 Corpus Christi, 101 in Dallas. It's an absolute scorcher as we go back to the east. 100 here in Tallahassee, 100 in Montgomery as well. But really we start to head west, and that's really where you can feel that moisture. Low pressure system there sitting right off the coast of Louisiana. New Orleans did have some flood warnings this morning. It's starting to slide down I-10 over toward Houston. That's really going to affect your 4th of July plans as this makes its way Lake Charles down I-10 over toward the Houston area. Those surface winds, look, you can see that moisture coming right into Corpus Christi there. That was that moisture I was talking about, that winds out of 14 miles per hour there. And then that low pressure, look at that nice counterclockwise spin there, bringing those winds into Jackson out of the south and east. Same with Little Rock there. You can really see how that's panning into our forecast, and we start to go into tonight. Things start to calm down. Look at the clearing. So if you're setting up some fireworks tonight from Tallahassee back toward Pensacola, Biloxi, Mobile, things clearing. But as we get to New Orleans and we start heading down I-10, it starts to get a little watch out for that cloud cover and rain. And then into tomorrow, probably not a good idea for the fireworks in Houston, and then back towards San Antonio, it could be somewhat of a washout. Looking a little further our direction though, things starting to, we'll see the pop-up showers and storms, but have somewhat of some clearing. Tonight, 74 degrees, we'll have some showers and storms that will be exiting the area. The only time we're really going to worry about the washout places like Houston, that I-10 corridor that I was talking about, we're going to have to watch out for that. And then tomorrow, the temperature's right back at it, 95 in Dallas, 93 Shreveport. We start to see where that low pressure starts to drop those temperatures in Houston. They're only reaching 81 tomorrow. But now we're going to take a look nationally with Dylan.
Yeah, Colby, you mentioned the heat, and the heat is prevalent around the entire United States. I mean, look at this map. You only got the cool spots up in the west coast or the northwest, and look at that. 72 is the coolest we got, and look at all this orange, purple, and pink and yellow. It's just heat everywhere. Boston's at 95 degrees. It is hotter in Boston right now than it is in Tallahassee. My mom was just up there. She called me. She complained to me like, "It's so hot, Dylan. What can we do about it?" Well, she left and went back to Miami where it's a little cooler at 87. But in Dallas-Fort Worth, they're seeing 101-degree temperatures. And not only are there hot temperatures throughout the entire country, the eastern part of the country is drenched in all this moisture. There is so much moisture on the eastern coast, and that's just the two temperatures and the moisture really making it feel muggy and very, very gross outside. We are going to see some relief coming in the next couple of days as this heat moves out, and we're going to see some cooling. Severe thunderstorm watches, we did see the one east of Panama City. We do have one over in Arkansas right now on the border of Texas and Arkansas. A few spotty ones. These over on the western part associated with that low pressure spinning and bringing some severe storms. But there is one two east of Atlanta right now, expected to expire soon. Though we do have some flash aerial flood and watches and warnings. Do have these watch up on the top north of Minneapolis. Down near Omaha, you do have some aerial flood warning. There's a lot of rain associated with that, so different areas can see larger amounts of rain and other areas don't. But with all that heat, we do have a heat advisory. All these oranges are the heat advisories. Excess heat warnings over in Los Angeles, Nevada, and Arizona, just seeing a lot of that heat. Then on the eastern coast, you do have the excessive heat warning. So if you are any of these areas, this is basically the entirety of the country has a heat warning or watch. You're going to need to hydrate just so you stay comfortable. Don't want to have heat strokes or heat exhaustion. Definitely want to stay hydrated with that, and the moisture making it feel even worse with that as well. Radar, we're going to see that low pressure system, the two low pressure systems we've been talking about all show. Zoom into that. Do you see those showers on the western part of Florida, moving from the offshore showers, moving westward into Tampa and Tallahassee. Expected to clear up as the evening goes on and the sun sets. This low pressure system bringing a lot of rain to New Orleans and now moving westward into Houston. As we move farther north though, this low pressure system brings some strong showers into Cincinnati, moving up into Indiana and Indianapolis, seeing a lot of strong showers with that, but they are going to dissipate as the night goes on. And on the west coast, showers firing up over the Rocky Mountains. And as we look at our storm outlook for tomorrow, Minneapolis over to Omaha roughly is going to see a slight risk for severe weather for tomorrow. And for tonight, cooler temperatures, but still warmer on the eastern part of the country. And then for tomorrow, again, another hot, scorching day, 95 in Dallas-Fort Worth. Coolest spot, 77 degrees in Billings. But now let's give it over to Michelle with your local look.
Yeah, thanks, Dylan. Let's take a look at Florida, and you can see we do have some cooler temperatures along the Gulf coastline. 80 degrees in Tampa, 82 in Gainesville, and 83 in Orlando. That's because they've been getting a lot of shower activity today from the Atlantic sea breeze. 86 in Jacksonville, 94 in Tallahassee because you haven't experienced any rain today. So you're the hottest one in Florida right now. Dew points pretty typical for Florida standards for the month of July. 70 in Tallahassee, 71 in Gainesville, and 71 in Tampa. Now the winds, you can see we have more of a east to west wind flow. Now that's pretty unusual for the United States. Usually you get the west to east wind flow. The reason why we're getting winds out of the east is because of high pressure causing all the heat and humidity up towards the northeast. That's the reason why we're getting these disturbances moving from east to west. Now, satellite and radar does show you well the Atlantic sea breeze is the dominating sea breeze today because of that wind flow coming from the east. And you can see the showers and storms moving from the east to west into Tampa. A lot of lightning associated with the storms. So if you're down towards Fort Myers and Naples, you're getting a lot of shower activity right now. Here's a closer look at that. Orlando's in the clear right now, but off towards Tampa, you're just getting out of those showers and thunderstorms. For your drought monitor, we haven't had much drought over the last few months because of the wet season kicking into Florida. And if we continue with this wet season pattern, we're not expecting any drought to form in the next few months. Futurecast does show you how the shower activity does die off with the loss of the daytime heating. But as we head into tomorrow, there will be an enhancement of some showers and storms in the northern part of that state from the low pressure system we've been showing you in the Atlantic. So more shower activity, but not the washout kind. Just expect less breaks of sunshine tomorrow compared to today in the northern part of the state. Now for tonight's forecast, very muggy, very warm, very typical for Florida standards. 73 in Gainesville, 76 in Tampa, and 74 in Fort Myers. And for tomorrow, pretty similar for a Florida summer day, 89 in Tampa and 90 in Tallahassee. So it is going to be a warm one and very humid one out there. Let's send it off to Colby with the final local forecast.
Okay, let's look locally. We'll bring things into the local Big Bend area. We'll get that to load there. 93 in Perry, 94 over in Tallahassee. A little bit cooler down the coast, 86 there at Apalachicola, 91 over in Quincy. Look at those dew point values, low 70s. We have a 68 there in Bainbridge. That's still rather sticky and coming right up off the Gulf of Mexico, sitting there at 78 there in Apalachicola. We factor in those dew point values to that real field temperature. We get that heat index value, and boy, you definitely want to be hydrating this evening across the whole Big Bend there. 100 Tallahassee, 100 Quincy, same up into Bainbridge. 98 there in Apalachicola, so definitely going to have to hydrate as you're walking the dog or doing whatever you got to do this evening. Those surface winds calm here in Tallahassee and up in Quincy, so that's allowing that heat index to really surge. We have no mixing of the winds at the lower levels. We do have some onshore flow there, 7 mile per hour in Apalachicola. Now looking back to the west, we have some activity pushing into the Panama City area. That's a severe thunderstorm warning. This is going to be for those 60 mile per hour wind gusts heading out over there into Bay County. For tonight, we see those showers and storms move through, and then we have some clearing overnight, especially after 8 p.m. We start to lose that daytime heating, but then tomorrow we'll repeat this whole process that we've seen the last several weeks, typical summer pattern. With the sea breeze, we'll have isolated showers and storms. Not a complete washout, though, for your plans. So if you're going to pop some fireworks tonight, it's not a complete washout. We'll have to watch that as we saw that model there. Tonight, 74 here in Tallahassee, 75 St. Mark's, as well as down in Apalachicola. So not much relief from the heat, but we've been stuck in this pattern we've seen. Now for tomorrow, July 4th, you're going to get out and pop some fireworks. You want to wait till about 9 o'clock. 8 o'clock, we'll still have a chance of showers and storms in the area. 81 degrees there, and then 78 there at 9 p.m., and then 10 p.m. the clearing. You see how that clearing happens there? So it'll really be hit and miss across the area, but after dusk, we should have better conditions to pop those fireworks here in the area. For the 7-day forecast, Wednesday, you can see that 88 degrees tomorrow, 60% chance of showers and storms, but predominantly before 8 o'clock p.m. So after 8, things will start to get a little bit better. And you can see that trend there as we see the 40% chances of showers and storms going through. 91 there for your Friday, and then into the weekend, 60% chance of showers and storms there as well. Those lows very comfortable and to the lower 70s there. It's that typical pattern that we do see this time of year. And hey, we're on all the facets of social media: Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. At FSU Weather, send us your pictures. Send us those 4th of July pics. We'd love to have those. You might even see them on the show. We could broadcast them there. Have a safe, great 4th of July. Definitely hydrate out there. It's going to be a warm one. Thanks for watching, and join us on Thursday. We'll have another show.